Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my show, CryptoXpres, where I find it to be my responsibility to share top alpha with you, top tokens that are trading as fast as possible so you can act fast and get ahead of the curve, ahead of the narrative. That's what you call it in crypto, because that's the only way you actually make money here. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start off with Bitcoin very fast. There's a lot to cover. Inflows continue, outflows continue, grayscale's leading the way. It's outrageous. That said, hit 70,000 a little while ago. I bought in. I know Bitcoin is going to go up to at least 100,000 this bull run, and it's just a matter of time. It's one of those assets you buy and you hold, or you buy a little bit of every single day without fear. It's the future gold. I watched a YouTube video today with Raoul Paul and Crypto Banter, and everyone confirmed, and these are top hedge fund leaders, managers, and without a shadow of a doubt, Bitcoin is here. It's the new gold. There's even statistical data showing that inflows are flowing from gold into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing extremely strong in comparison to the NASDAQ. Traditional markets are down 99%. I will link the video below if you want to go watch the full episode. I'm just giving you the high level. That said, Bitcoin is one of those assets I personally put in a long. It's not financial advice. And if you do put in a long, do it with money that you could lose. Do not bet. I spent hours in the last couple days researching and learning from the best. And hands down, the advice is do not long and do not invest in anything risky, which would be all your degen tokens, such as your memes, with anything that you cannot afford to lose, because it's extremely volatile. That said, these volatile tokens also offer the largest potential for you to make as much money as possible. So keep that in mind, okay? I don't want anyone to get wrecked. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Here's some backup information. It says basically ETF flows total net of almost half a billion. That's where we're at right now. It's literally like, this is the time to put in your positions, because from here it's takeoff. So you need to think, like I've stressed before, and I'm going to be doing a panel with some big crypto investors that have been through a few cycles. So we're going to talk about portfolio management. But that said, you want to invest in projects that are your future Facebooks and Microsofts, such as your Bitensor. AI narrative is going as strong as ever, and AI tokens are going to do very well. But okay, that said, as you can see on my screen, there's 40 days to the Bitcoin halving when BTC or Bitcoin's inflation drops to less than half of gold, which makes it the hardest money in the history of humanity. Buckle up. That's what I'm saying. Bitcoin is not expensive now, considering what it will be worth. Just buy some. Just buy some. Go to Bybit, go to a DEX, buy some. All right, that said, Ethereum is following BTC, is following Bitcoin, as it always does. Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up, then all the other tokens go up. And of course, degen tokens are right now what's in as the meme coins. They skyrocket. They also correct really fast. So the biggest advice I could give you, even though I'm not supposed to give financial advice, and it's not financial advice, is to pay yourself as soon as these meme tokens pump. At least 30-40%. And make sure you paid yourself off. Like, pay yourself back first. Just do it. I've been through a bull run before, and that was my biggest mistake, is I didn't take profits, and I don't want you guys to go through this again. So when your tokens pump, especially all your memes, just take profit. You have no regrets. That's what I've been learning and hearing again and again and again, following all the biggest thought leaders in crypto, and that's the advice, is put yourself into the right positions, and when things pump, pay yourself. All right. So here's some more validation. BTC is ranging, right? It's through a range, it's ranging. But ETH is rallying, it's pumping. Although we did see a correction today. This is from earlier, but corrections are normal. Once again, it shakes out like the loose hands, or it's natural. Like the market needs to breathe. right? Like lungs, it needs to breathe. So it needs to relax and then it pumps again. But ETH is rallying, and this is the crypto money flow. Just to reiterate what I was saying a moment ago, this is the crypto money flow. It's fiat, right, or traditional money into Bitcoin, into large caps, right? So all your giants in this space. And then it goes into your mid caps, or like the newer companies, projects that are similar to the previous older projects. And then it goes into the low caps, or your like degen tokens, right, that we don't know if they're going to do. All right, this brings us into what I really want to talk about and the opportunities I really want to bring with you. And this is Thorchain. What's interesting about Thorchain is that despite Bitcoin's dump a few days ago, Thorchain didn't. This is the 7-day chart. You see no dip. Everything else was dumping. No dump here. Thorchain is solid. All right. So, but the chain is expensive. We're looking at like a $2 billion market cap, and it's at $7.22. Very expensive, but they're obviously doing something right? If you are not in Thorchain, if you missed out, see it says here, 1.1 billion in liquidations in the last 24 hours. None of them were on Thorchain. It's clear Thorchain is doing something very different from everyone else, solving problems that the rest of the industry gave up on. Thorchain basically allows for cross-chain interactions. And here, let's just read 2 seconds on Thorchain. So Thorchain is a decentralized liquidity network with an interoperable blockchain that allows cross-chain token swaps in a custodial manner. In a non-custodial manner, it does not peg or wrap assets, but simply allows users to swap tokens across various layer 1 blockchains. So traders on Thorchain can seamlessly move from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, etc. without having to register for an exchange or go through KYC. And then Rune is their like ecosystem token. That said, it's all about interoperability and will forever and always be about interoperability. So that's always a good sign when you're checking out a new token, is find out if it has an interoperable aspect to it, and then drop me a comment at the comment section of this video, or join my community on Telegram. It's also linked below, and ask these questions there. I'm happy to answer them or find the answer for you. So it's always about interoperability. That said, okay, so here's Thorchain's website, right? Cross-chain. This is the gem, Lens. This is the ticker, Lens. It's a Rune beta play. Remember I said Rune is the ecosystem token for Thorchain. Well, Lens, I guess it's a legendary token. Lens is a Rune beta play, right? Excellent fundamentals, only a 9 million market cap, listed on Bybit Spot. So it has all the right things. This is Lens. So what is it? It allows you basically to lend your crypto. So you don't have to sell it, right? Because in crypto, you don't want to cash out. You want your money in the market. So instead of holding USDT, well, you should hold some USDT, okay? I'm not giving that level of advice. But you want all your money working for you always. So you hold it in Bitcoin, which is like your gold reserve, right? And then from there, you have like another 25% in like layer 1s, your or good layer 2s, like your Optimism, your Arbitrum, your Sui, projects like that. And then instead of selling those tokens, well, you should sell some when it pumps, right? Start paying yourself like at least 25-30% into just your like life savings fund. And then everything else, you just simply trade within good layer 1, layer 2s that have a good narrative, good teams with a track record. There's a real world problem. They get listed on a great exchange. Like all these signs that we look for to know that if a project's really good. And you want to simply move your assets between these new opportunities, right? With like a 10%, for dangerous tokens, like your degen tokens, where you could lose everything, but you can also go to the moon. Like you can completely moon with this fund, but this fund cannot be large enough to wreck you. Lesson learned, okay? Take it from everyone, including myself, from this last bull run. Biggest lesson ever. But okay, this is Lens. This is them. This is Lens now. At the time of this video, trading at 15 cents. Currently a little bullish. And look at its last 24-hour chart. It has a $90 million market cap, so really small considering all, and considering it's a beta play of Thorchain. Okay, it's doing very, very well last 24 hours. The last 7 days, look at that chart. Incredible opportunity. That's where you make your money, are small caps, okay, because they represent a higher probability of pumping, and when they do, a higher margin of earnings success. So to back this up, it says if you like Rune, you might want to look at Lens too, powered by Thorchain. So it's powered by Thorchain too, which didn't dump during this last Bitcoin dump. It's cross-chain lending, zero interest with loans, no liquidation, no expiration, single-sided yield on Bitcoin, ETH, and more, provision of a legitimate market-driven pricing mechanism that balances the supply and demand, cross-chain dexes between 9 blockchains. That's Lens for you guys. And I won't get into super detail here, but they have a good vesting schedule with their next unlock in May, which basically means that considering, look at this, okay, considering that the ecosystem, well, we'll look at the team, advisors, basically, okay, we're not going to get into all the details, but it basically means no one that's holding the tokens in large percentage are going to be dumping on the market soon, because the next unlock, they're not able to sell their tokens on the open market. That's what this means. So it means it's a very good time to get in without any concern of being rug pulled, so to speak, by people that have holding large bags of Lens. So it's a really, really good sign. All right, now for some more validation on meme coins. As we'll read here, it says, in the last 12 months, we've had Pepe, Bonk, Whiff, amongst many others. Through bear and bull markets, meme coins are all weather, true crypto. Dismissing them as a fad or believing they are only synonymous with late cycle bull market euphoria is detached crypto boomer thought. So this is just some validation on meme coins. If you're concerned on, is it a good time to get in? Is this going to pass? This is not financial advice, but this is just true. Through bear and bull market, I bought in Pepe and Bonk before the bull run happened, and I was already up. In a second, we'll look at Whiff, but Whiff is still pumping. This is just funny. We're still inning one. The meme magic hasn't even begun. Remember I mentioned MAGA, Trump's funny meme coin token? We need to buy some. I'm going to buy some. It's just getting started. Elections are coming up. It's going to be a thing, But look, he's holding Zin. Okay, that is what I wanted to talk about, is Zin. I missed it on the screen. Zin. This is Zin. Zimbabwe coin. Anyway, it's hilarious. Go read about it. zincoin.xyz. If you go to the website, you scroll down, you'll see where to buy it. It's available on Uniswap and on Solana through Jupiter. If you don't know about Jupiter, they actually launched a little while ago, 2 months ago now, and it's a great exchange that I know of, yeah. But anyway, you can buy it on Jupiter, connect your MetaMask wallet here, or your other wallets. So it's Zin, okay? And there's so many jokes going on right now about Zin. This is Zin right now. It is currently at 12 cents. And it's just meme season, yeah. There's memes are gonna do good. They're even doing a promo with AOC, who I am 2 connections away from. Anyway, I have a women's podcast show, and I'd love to bring her on. But anyway, no hate to AOC. But yeah, they're even using her now to promote Zin. And that's how meme tokens are going to do well, of course, is the more funny they are, the funnier they are. And just the more outrageous they get. Yeah, and then this is some of the signs. So this is how we know it's not just funny, but we found out that this fund, Rue King's fund, just received almost $500,000 in the meme coins in, right? which means, yeah, it's just a good sign, right? Because funds are made up of many VCs that have they have like a principle in what, like, according to what they invest in. You know, funds only invest in certain tokens. Because these funds manage other people's money, they're very strict. So the fact that this fund would receive this much and that it was even circulated as news, well, you can always check on chain. But the point is, it's a bullish sign, okay? It just came from good sources, is what you need to know. And then here you go. This is the thesis on Zyn. It is well loved, fast growing. It's already like, we already have, what's his name? Tucker Carlson, Jordan Woodruff. It's already like spreading, and that's how you know it's a good sign. So it's a good time, could be a good time to go check them out. Go check them out. Yeah, so here's some more validation. I won't get into this tweet, but anyway. Whiff, dog Whiff hat. So funny. It's good morning, just checked. He still has a hat. So Whiff is still in. Let me show you a chart in a second. This is Whiff in the last month. Okay, Whiff is going to the moon. It's going to be one of those all-time, my speculation, but like, look at this chart, okay? It is doing fantastic. Okay? All right, and there's some bullish news on Whiff. So could be a good time to long, like a little bit, okay? 10, 25%, that's it. And only with what you can lose. That's what I may be doing, maybe. But rumor is that there may be some good news coming, because some core developer at Coinbase, as we see on the screen here, just said there's some big news coming. And they posted their audit, which is always a good sign. When a project does an audit, like, they're not hiding anything, you know? It means their tech is solid, there's going to be no rugs, sort of thing. Next gem for you is called Milady. Check out this chart, last 24 hours, last 7 days. It's a hidden gem. You're welcome. Go check them out. But you have to tread carefully, okay, with meme tokens. Next one that's pumping is Jensen from NVIDIA. It's NVIDIA, which is projected to be the largest company in the world very soon. Has its own meme coin. And as we know, there's a giant, which is, you know, for those of you who don't know and haven't watched my other videos, NVIDIA is basically produces GPU or AI, what AI needs in order to run, you know, the chips. And so anyway, it's a big deal. And there's supposed to be this massive AI conference in San Jose coming up soon, like this month. And there's some really big people there, including Render, which is a big AI token. It does have a large market cap. I won't cover it now. But if there's a dip, it may be a good idea to buy some a little bit. And BitTensor, which I covered in a previous video. If you want a deep dive, go check it out. I covered it like 2 weeks ago. And Vitalik's there. So AI is here. AI tokens are definitely where I'm investing, and what I believe is a good place to invest, because AI is the future. AI and blockchain are now merging. NVIDIA is becoming projected, which is an AI company, is projected, you know, to become the biggest company in the world, and its crypto equivalent, BitTensor, that's what it's called, is worth over $800 a token right now. And so you really want to watch out for, just watch my other videos, you'll hear all about it, or ask me in my community chat on Telegram, and I'll let you know which are the good AI tokens. All right, and then someone in my community, forgive me for forgetting, I don't know if it was Roy or Luca, asked me about Shiba. So I'm not a pro trader, but what I can tell you are a few things. Is the market cap is big. Okay, we're looking at a 20 billion, almost a $21 billion market cap. And that said, you know, it is a gem when it comes to memes. It's a big market cap. So it'd be a good idea to buy the dip, unless you have the money to spare. That's a different conversation. If you have the money to spare, like, I'll go into tokens on a purely speculative way, because I know that it could be garbage and I'm willing to invest that. So with memes, and I've covered this in my previous videos, you know, we know the dog theme has been in, and we know Doge is going to do good. And we know there's been this sort of like rivalry between Shiba and Doge. So if Doge continues to rally, then likelihood Shiba will too. So if you're holding some, great. I think it could be a good idea to continue to hold. It could be a good idea to free up some of that capital though and roll it into newer memes that give you a larger potential and capacity to make more gain. You then can cash out of in part to keep rolling into the next hottest thing. So that would be my thought on Shiba. And then if Shiba tanks, then maybe buy a little bit more, because we know Shiba at this point has proven it has legs. So it'll probably continue to do good in the long run. But where are your largest gains? What do you consider the fund that you'd be pulling from or investing from to continue to buy Shiba, if that's what you plan to do? And then keep in mind that in crypto, you make money by staying ahead of the game, as you do in anything else in life. And that said, there seems to be a narrative shift towards cats, right? I covered this in like 2 videos ago. There's Vitalik's cat. What is his name? Hemul. There's Vitalik's cat, has a meme now. It's done very well. There's When AI. It's like an funny cat meme token. There's Nyan cat. There's other cat tokens that it seems to be like that's the theme, right? So I would stay agile, stay fresh, and not overcommit into one. Don't hodl a meme coin unless it's proven to be like a Pepe or a Doge because Elon is pumping it, you know? That's my thought on Shiba. Hope it made sense. And that's the end of the video for today. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll be here for you. Let me know. All right, ciao.